actually smells like fresh air for a city. I suppose the coast is literally like where you can see it. Ships. The benefit of being on the coast, I guess, or not in London. I guess we are, aren't we?
Welcome to yet another beautiful morning in Spain. Where are you going? Come back. I feel so lost without you. That's better.
That woman was very confused, but so was I.
To be fair, we have been very confused by the cycle paths because they're too good.
There's so many of them and they're really, really good.
Today's plan is an easy day, or well, compared to the other days, pretty easy. 200 meters of elevation over the whole ride today, so very flat. On the way to where are we going? I'm
going to caveat that. In a continuation of our Komoot conversation, Komoot always underestimates elevation. So officially on the route is 200 meters, but it'll probably be 300, 350. We did 274 meters. It was a lot closer than I was expecting it to be.
Where are we going today, Jimmy?
Do you know what? I don't even know what it's called.
Yeah, that's why I asked you.
Castello de la
Playa? De la Playa?
I don't think it is.
Castello. Basically a big city in between here and Barcelona.
I don't think it's big. I think it's like Durham size.
Basically, riding bikes. Weather's absolutely perfect and couldn't be enjoying it more.
Have you noticed there has been even more winter clothing around?
Yeah, it's like getting colder.
In the hotel this morning, at breakfast, there was definitely someone in like the sort of jacket you'd wear at home when it's like -2.
Sign, not a policeman.
Was that just a sign that said there's loose bulls?
Yeah. Bulls on the loose.
I'd rather a loose bull than a loose dog though, so I guess that's a win.
There's a lot of bulls here. This is the land of bulls, isn't it?
What are you more likely to be able to outrun on a bike? A attack dog German Shepherd thing, or a stampeding raging bull? What's the answer?
Comments down below. Well, it's like plough lane. I feel like it's really fucking slippery. Told you.
You alright?
Oh. Slippery, man.
Were you filming it when you went down? Basically, look at that. Look how deep it is. Oh, it's nice colours out there.
This is like the nicest crash I've ever had. There is absolutely nothing. The ground was
refreshing.
Yeah. I think everything is absolutely fine.
You haven't really checked it though, have you? You scuffed the shit out of your shifter. That's had a right on. You've got a bit of algae. If that was me, I'd now be going, right, we're getting a train to Barcelona.
The ground was so slippery, it was just covered in algae. I felt my front tyre going. And then when I crashed, I kind of just slid. And then straight up.
There was
really
a couple
weird.
bits of that were very deep as well. Oh, it's just a plant.
Even I thought it was a bee for a second.
It looked like one. Look at it. It's like bzzz. Oh fuck.
Oh no.
That's why it felt weird. Fucking hell. Asshole.
Stop for lunch.
Well, here we haven't got lunch.
Somewhere.
Just got sweeties.
Oh.
Oh, sweeties. God-forsaken sweeties.
I think I've ordered us food which may be suitable, but we will find out in a minute.
I got fresh bottled water and it's cold, so welcome me and I'll squirt you. Oh, you probably gotta lay down in the water today, haven't you?
Every time now we go past a house that has the sound of a barking dog, Jimmy sprints off and does a max effort. I don't think they're all behind the gates though.
It does look that way, doesn't it?
Spanish houses have all got like an outside gate and then the front door. And the dogs are always behind the...
compounds. They've got compounds,
yeah, the dogs are always safely in the compound. Yeah. So I think you're going to be fine, mate.
Well, at least I'm going to be fit by the end of this.
It's not like the Vietnam dogs that they chase you or they look at you down the road and then they run away and go and get their mates and they come back with 6 dogs that all chase you. Hello, we're on a horrible main road. Means to an end.
What did I book?
This is all right. Got a kitchen.
I didn't think it'd be this big. It was like €10 extra to get this size. And I figured because we've been tripping over ourselves the last few days, it'd be nice to have a bit more space.
It is nice. Been having a few problems with audio. What's that? You may have noticed in yesterday's upload and potentially today's upload, I've been having some issues with audio from the GoPro. This is the Hero 10, and exactly like with the 9, I've been putting these little pieces of fluff on the microphones to get rid of the wind noise, which works flawlessly with the GoPro Hero 9. With the 10, I think it might be confusing it, and it gives this kind of weird double audio. I'll put an example here. This route was going to be completely flat along the coast, ease into it. It sounds like an echo or a double audio track when I'm filming myself riding along and it's facing me directly. So for today's episode, I've taken them off and turned the internal wind reduction on auto. So hopefully it will just be filtering it out from inside the camera. I'm not going to find out if it's worked or not until I edit all of this footage, so we will see. Maybe the technology is just getting better. Jimmy.
Hello?
That was the hardest easy day I've ever done.
I found a hotel in Miami that looks really good. Hotel Miami, not in Miami. The problem with it is that it's a bit further than I wanted to do. Because if you remember, we were thinking this might be our rest day location. But the hotel's lovely. It's not a great bit of town though, is it? So like, if we were just hanging out here for a day, we'd very quickly get bored. Whereas the next hotel, if I can get to it, because it's the longest we would have done thus far, it's probably a 7-hour ride. Well, I'm trying to work out if I can do it. Today has weirdly felt a bit like a rest day. It hasn't been stressful at all. It hasn't been like, you know, it's been quite relaxed. See, it'll still have like a toll, but definitely not as stressful on the body as the first 2 days, that's for sure.
I'll be honest, my legs are pretty tired today, even though it was a short day. I think it was all the headwind and like accelerating with the cars at the end of that big main road, which was not that enjoyable. Having said that, it's been the only bad bit of the trip for me personally so far.
Well, yeah, I disagree with you. Yes, it was busy. Yes, there was lots of cars, but like, it was way better than riding in London. Occasionally, you might get like a little bit close to a car, probably because we've actually gone the wrong direction, or we're going around the roundabout going like, oh no, not this one, it's this one, and then we nearly crash into them. Yes, that is stressful, but it's our fault.
What are you doing?
Stretching. It's a normal thing to do, isn't it?
What's that?
Stretching. Don't you know that one?
For a person who's done quite a lot of bike races, I don't know anything about stretching. I can't tell if you're winding me up or if it's a real thing.
Can you actually not?
No.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I have no idea. It's not real, is it? It's not a real thing. It can't be.
It's not real.
Okay.